special day and night. Colors explode with each new design. In drive or draw, it's always fine. Drive or draw, let your imagination soar. Drive or draw, bring art to every door. No need to be perfect, just have some fun. Drive or draw for everyone. So grab a brush or a pen or a crayon. Make a mark any way you can. In this world of shapes and lines, we'll see creativity shine. Drive or draw, let your imagination soar. Drive or draw, bring art to every door. No need to be perfect, just have some fun. Drive or draw for everyone.
And we are live. Welcome everybody joining in. Tonight, normally I would put a warning sign, message that out. Click the message here. Normally I would say this, but it's not opinion tonight. It is cold hard facts. So we initially were supposed to do this stream last week, and I got very, very sick, unable to stream. So, but it happens with my health. I am still kind of sick, and we're doing all those kind of things, and we're getting hit with bots immediately. Amazing. So yeah, since I've last done a dribble draw, Charlie Kirk, conservative voice. A lot of people will be like, far right wing, but he's not. He's not. He was open to debate and willing to talk to anybody. And he was assassinated for doing just that. And it's been a rough 2 weeks. I mean, pretty much this month has been rough worldwide. Because we have a man being executed for his right to speak. And that's what we're gonna be talking about a little bit, is the concept of censoring and the convenient loss of mindset when this has happened before. And a lot of people are like, oh, we're never sure of this side. Absolutely, never said. And I have physical proof. Oh, yes, they did. In their own words, mind you. So we're going to be talking a bit about that, including stuff that literally dropped about 3 hours ago. So we'll be talking about that. We'll be talking about Jimmy Kimmel. And we'll be talking about the latest news that Google admits to having censored Republican voices. Now, I personally am a constitutionalist. I try to be on both sides at times, see other viewpoints. But when you have one side who's been continuously violent rhetoric for decades now, it's a lot of people think, oh, it started here, and it started here. It started Bush v. Gore. Okay, that's when it really started. And a little bit of it started in Bill Clinton's administration. But the degrading of your opponent really started Bush v. Gore. And moments after that, it silence for a bit, when it was 9/11. But it picked up about the next year. So 2002, it kind of picked back up. And it's been constant. It really has been constant. And now a lot of what we knew is coming to light. It's a matter of, do people want to accept what was called out years ago but ignored? And I'm sorry for those who think Charlie Kirk spoke hate. He didn't. The man, and I'm a trans person, the man had conversations with trans people, including Buck Angel, and they would talk and converse. That is what debate is. But far too many people want to assume because your viewpoint is different than this viewpoint, clearly they're in the wrong, they're evil. And that nonsense has to stop. Has to stop. Do I feel that some people on the right are going a bit far with the action against the left in rhetoric from the Charlie Kirk assassination? Although there were a few commentators that in their will were saying some things that utterly were terrifying to me, and it was coming from the right. But to see the dehumanization of people in the left's mind, and notably in the more powerful voices in the left, is utterly disgusting and inhuman. And you could be like, oh, you're being, dehumanizing them for their viewpoints. You don't celebrate death. And far too much of the left viewpoint is celebrating death. And they're like, oh, they'll always hear like, oh, but the right's the side of the fence. Yeah. The right's the side that wants to protect their rights with their own actions. I know it sounds stupid, but that's how the Constitution is written. The Second Amendment is there to defend the First. And people go, oh, we have police. That was militia. What's militia? A police reaction time is about 11 minutes at best. At best. So you need to be able to protect yourself. Now, not everyone can own guns. And we also talk a little bit about the trans connection, again, with another share. What I understand, and what I've read, and what I've heard, despite having a relationship with a trans individual, this was pretty much seeming like it was just the mindset of Tyler Robinson. And I hate naming people who go on killing actions of assassination and whatnot. And I mean, we just had today the verdict go down on the second assassination attempt on Donald Trump from last year. He was found guilty, no surprise, and he tried to kill himself in court immediately because he felt he was doing the right thing, just like this scum that assassinated Charlie Kirk. And I'm sorry, if you feel that you cannot ration with somebody and find common ground, we're not even talking as like 100% agreeing, by saying, align some common goddamn ground, then you seriously need to get yourself mentally checked. I'm sorry, but the idea that you had a right to kill someone over their opinion that you disagree with is utterly insanity. And as much, and we'll bring in a little bit of the Jimmy Kimmel situation, as much as the left wants to say, oh, this was a Republican. No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. His own actions, his own words, his own defense, his family's own words, and his friends' own words all call him out as a insane leftist. And I mean insane. And for those that want to believe the left view, hey Carney 209, how's it going? But those who want to believe that side, that is what Jimmy Kimmel was saying, which was a provable lie, on national airways, which is a federal crime. That is why the stations that would carry Jimmy Kimmel said they weren't good era, and Disney put him on a break. They said indefinitely, but that indefinitely was 4 days total. Disney is bringing him back tonight, but there's a chance you still won't see him because the same affiliates that say they will not air it back then are still saying they will not air him. And part of it is he is just horribly bad for ratings. He is like first place in late night shows. And what always amazes me is when we talk about late night shows and the media talks about late night shows, they ignore the number one late night show, which is Red Garfield. And at its place, they're like, oh, no. It's Colbert number one. Well, no. CBS was removing Colbert because he doesn't bring in viewers, which is a good reason for a network to be like, we're losing money on this. Let's cut it. But what happened over the weekend was because Jimmy Kimmel was temporarily removed from air. Many actors, 400 I believe, or more, came out and said, "We will never work with Disney again," and promoted canceling Disney, and Disney lost close to $4 billion over the weekend. Here's the problem. They kept saying in local news, in the major news networks, that it was pressure from the FCC. It wasn't the FCC. It was pressure from affiliates that are like, we cannot keep taking this loss on the chin. We are no longer airing Jimmy Kimmel here. And it got to the point where an idiot with a gun, a leftist, again, went and shot up an affiliate. So, because the speech they agreed with was canceled, it gave them a right for violence. I don't know what is fucking wrong with people that they cannot debate people. All they can do is flat out hate on people, villainize people, and then cease to kill them. All because they disagree with the person. Three weeks ago, we did a show, a Dribble Draw, where we talked about a school shooting that was done by a trans activist. Again, I say this as a trans person. That shut up children. And I said, this person who ultimately did take his own life, and I'm never giving him the honor of calling him what he wanted to be called. He was, we basically said he should have just skipped a step and just ended his life. Because I cannot believe the nonsense yet. And it's always ending up being I disagree with these people, so I need to kill them. Something's telling me to do this. It's sickening what this world's becoming. It really is. And I'd like to say this is just something going on in America. I'd like to say that. But if you actually go and, I don't know, look at the world news, just take a look. You'll see the violence is just as bad, if not worse. I will not be surprised if the UK, by the end of the year, hasn't been set ablaze. I really won't. And a lot of that is due to the pure stupidity of a government that is of the mindset that it should punish its citizens for honoring their country. To the point they arrest people for liking a comment on social media that they disagree with. This, I'd like to say it's civil war, but it's flat out going to World War, folks. It really is. And what's worse, it's gonna be World War with ourselves. It's gonna be multiple civil wars on a world scale. All it takes is a little understanding of history on how bad this is. And all you can do, and this is despite the constant evil that is people that say, our thoughts and prayers do nothing. We need gun control. Now thoughts and prayers will do nothing. You have people in your thoughts and you pray to save yourself. Because if you let the hatred in, you let the darkness in, then you are being no better than the people who commit these crimes. And again, like I said, I saw a lot on the right calling out blood action for a response of killing Charlie Kirk. And the only people I feel were doing it right were like, no. Charlie would want us to bring debate into it, not violence. And I mean, I admit it. I only watched Charlie Kirk once, and it was recent. It was during the South Park episode, right before it. And I watched Charlie Kirk's reaction to South Park, which was, oh, you know, a lot of people on the left were like, oh, saying, oh, he's trusty, he's being trust, and he doesn't understand it. It's like, no. He had a sense of humor about it. He was able to be like, oh, you got me gun. And laughed at it. I've seen that from several people, both on the right and the left, that are common sense. But it has to be common sense. There are far too many people who don't understand common sense. Sadly. And it's utterly disappointing as just one individual watching the world slowly collapse on itself. So, let's see. We're almost, we had 10 minutes and we'll get to some of it. I'm not going to make this solely about Charlie Kirk. I'm going to make this about censorship. Because that is the lesson of the day. Censorship. And we talked about this before. It's not like we haven't brought up the concept of censorship. I mean, you had a lot of people on the last few years, claim the rate's going too far. They're pulling books. They're doing book burning, which wasn't true. They were removing books of adult nature. And I even stated as, look, I'm a graphic artist. I'm a cartoonist. My work is not suitable for younger audiences. I would not want my comic to be on the shelf of an elementary school, of a middle school. High school, it's okay. Because you can understand a little bit more with high school. But it's not suitable for children. And we've had loud out pornographic images being given to elementary school kids. And that's not suitable for children. I'm sorry. And I say that as someone who has drawn and will probably continue to draw. Not safe for work content. But again, there needs to be proper consideration in censorship. And when, again, like I said, when ABC made the decision, I think it was Thursday or Wednesday. It was one of those days. It was based on the response from affiliates. And Disney's now be like, oh, we'll allow him back on. But now affiliates are going to air his program. So he's going to lose more viewers. He's going to have less advertisement. And it's become more closer to the chopping block. Because audiences do not want to see it. It's simply put as that. And people like Kimmel and Colbert, I'm a little more lenient on Fallon. All they ever do is crap on the right. That's all they do. It's not humor. It's just shitting on the right. Could you get a funny joke in there once or twice? Yeah. Can Republicans, take a sense of humor? Yes. Gutfeld is by far the number one slot because people find it funny. And when we talk about censorship, it went crazy with cancel culture, which was the left going after people for opinions and views that they disagreed with. Disney even got sued and lost the lawsuit because of cancel culture to Gina Carano. Because they fired her because she did the phrase. First they came with, for these people. And the next, it's an old saying from World War II about the Jewish people being rounded up for Holocaust. the world gets ugly. It's always going to be that way. There are going to be days where you have to question humanity. And I feel that's really been prominent from the day Charlie Kirk was assassinated. I saw the clip, and I can't get it out of my head. It's not the first time I watched somebody executed. I remember watching Daniel Pearl being executed. I purposely wanted to watch that because I wanted to see the inhumanity of the action. Charlie Kirk just kind of opened Twitter and there it was. So, yeah, it's not pretty. And when you're someone like me, who honestly, I've gotten more hate and more threats to my life for how I voted versus who I am. I can literally go about as a trans woman and not have anybody threaten my life, not have anybody even threaten to attack me. Charles declares you like that person, but I've not been harassed. I've not been attacked. I've had more people come after me because they're obsessed with me being trans and risk my life. And then I say, well, this is how I vote. And I can see it on most of the videos I've done where we've had to talk about this crap. I will have equal, if not more, thumbs down on a video. Because I go against the quote norm. So let's get on to the talk of the censorship. Alright, we're going to start with the breaking news of the day. This is from Jim Jordan. Due to an oversight efforts, Google commits to an offer all creators previously kicked off YouTube due to political speech violations to return to platform. But that's not all. YouTube also admits Biden administration censorship pressure was unacceptable and wrong. Confirms the Biden administration wanted Americans censored for speech that they did not violate YouTube's policy. Details when YouTube began rolling back its censorship policies on political speech after judiciary GOP began its investigation, states the public debate should never come at the expense of relying on authorities. Promises to never use a third-party fact-checkers, warns that Europe's censorship laws target American companies and threaten American speech. But over all the years, we've uncovered massive scandals relating to big tech censorship. During Biden-Harris years, while under White House pressure, YouTube chases policy to censor political debate on COVID and elections. Today, YouTube admits the censorship pressure from the Biden administration was unacceptable and wrong. Now that they commends to the American people, and because of our work, YouTube is rolling back its censorship policies on political speech, including topics such as COVID and elections. Now, I could keep going, but I've seen it. on some people that I've watched. I've seen it on my own. When you had people on the right side of talking do a video, do a live stream covering the right side of politics, that voice would get not only demonetized, which became horrible because certain individuals lost their banking privileges to censorship. But YouTube made videos not have as much viewpoint because they are politically against one side. Now, YouTube says pretty words, and if you want not take it from Jen Jordan, here's King Spalding bringing out the report right here about Alphabet Inc., aka Google, YouTube. The nonsense that we silenced voices, or they silenced voices, because they were a different viewpoint. And mind you, a lot of people on the right were right about COVID. They silenced Joe Rogan because he gave the correct medication the people should have taken to deal with the effects of COVID and lessen the effects. And they censored it because they didn't agree with the viewpoint. This is what is known today. How much further does it go? How much further? And what disturbs me, because I mean, I will see some of my friends' posts about certain events, like the Charlie Kirk event, assassination, like the Charlie Kirk assassination. I saw a post, actually 2 posts, from Kwamurbe. And she's like, oh, well, clearly this is a person on the right doing this. Oh, this is like, and I got this news from TikTok. And people in the comments were like, oh, well, you can't trust, the information on the internet because the lie. And then they'll spread these lies. And you can't, believe the side of the right at all because they lie. No proof to this. Just accusation. And a lot of the negativity, the hate to Charlie Kirk, the joy in his death came from TikTok. TikTok is the Chinese government. It's literally owned by the Chinese government. So they give voice and boost the votes. Those voices of utter fucking idiots who won't do research, who won't look into an issue, and won't come in with facts. And will just be like, oh, believe me. Because But this is what it always is. I heard this from so-and-so. Do your own cam research. Literally tonight, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different locations of articles that I got through doing all the searching and Twitter of the actual interactions of people. Now, people are like, oh, well, you're using Twitter. The girl like, yeah, you're right. So the ones I'm going to give is PolitiFact, which is a left-leaning source. And the other one is from, let's see, Freedom Press. The fact that far too many people won't look into situations, won't do their own research, won't listen to opposing views. And this has been going on, again, as I said, since Bush versus Gore. Since 2000. It's ridiculous. It really is. The vilifying, not only outright vilifying, and both sides do vilify, but one side does it way worse than the other. Because one side literally compares them and associates them with Hitler, with freaking fascists, which is not fucking true. And it's laughable because you have the whole, again, Jimmy Kimmel situation where people were blaming the administration for silencing Jimmy Kimmel. Or they did the same when Colbert got canceled a little while ago. And that's not. It's a tragedy from the networks. It is a call from them to right, just stop that. And it's infuriating. It really is. I just wish people used the thing between their ears, aka a brain, and research. They'll just go on freaking social media and blather off. It's all sides on that, because there are plenty on the right who do the same shit. But I see it far worse when it comes from the left. And I've been seeing it over decades. Literally, the turn of the century divided this world. I feel. I really do. Because that's when we started disagreeing with people. We came together a little bit for a brief moment, but then we separated and got more vitriolic. And there's a reason why we feel right there's a civil war brewing. And it's because how divisive we are. How inhuman some of us are. I'm at a loss for words. In 2013, I wrote 11 Tito's, and we talked about this before. In the novel, I addressed around this time that a world war occurred, but wasn't called World War III. It was called the War of Ideals. And that's because that is exactly what we've been getting. Since 2013, I wrote that. That we are such a disagreement that ideas are ideals in life. Are now becoming actions to kill. It's fucking sad. It's fucking sad. And then you have people like fucking Hassan and Piker and you fucking Destiny, who absolutely continuously call for the death of people. And you're like, oh, the race doing it. Oh, shit. They are actively sharing guns that had killed a man in plans and saying, oh, well, let's go kill the center. Let's go kill this freaking, Supreme Court Justice. How these two are still allowed on streaming is beyond me. Then way violated any terms and conditions. Hell, they've not been arrested for threats of violence against public figures. I don't know. The world's reached insanity levels. It really has. It's reached insanity levels. And far too many people in this world are like, well, they're doing it, so I can do it. We are literally digging our own grave if we continue down the path that we don't understand how to agree to disagree. To be like, I disagree with you, but you're okay. I agree with you on other things. I literally am on a stream podcast with two of my good friends that vehemently we disagree with in politics. Vehemently. But we can sit down each month, watch an anime, and review it together and be like, hey, I see this viewpoint. I see this viewpoint. How do you like this? We don't have to kill each other over viewpoints. I do feel a lot of people woke up worldwide upon Charlie Kirk's assassination. The problem is, a lot of people also went up to sleep. lot of people just said, oh, well, you was racist. Now, mind you, they never produce a source. They do hearsay. Why? Ernie's racist. Really? Pull the video of him saying something racist. Wow, he's transphobic. Pull up our video of him being transphobic. Is it in your fucking head that he's being that way? Are you taking the slight on yourself? Is it your opinion that he's racist, that he's transphobic, that he's homophobic, whatever you want to call it? Because it certainly was his words. As much as I have disagreed with everything that the last president said and did, I have never wished the man ill will. Yet we actually, this literally was yesterday, an old woman that says, all about being kind and considerate, behaving, and effigy of Trump. Literally. That's not kindness. That's vitriol. That's hatred. That's the exact opposite of kindness. I'd like to say, find religion. I'd like to say that. But I also saw too many people on the pulpit celebrate death. And I'm not a Christian person. I'm Christian belief. I don't go to church. Part of that is because I feel churches have become centers of just greed. I'd rather pick up my Bible and read it than sit in my damn air-conditioned mausoleum. And then people can be like, oh, well, I mean, Charlie Kirk was all about the Christian views. I agree. But you didn't have to be religious to understand what the man stood for and why he was executed. People of all faiths and creed honored Charlie Kirk all around the fucking world. Every skin color, every sex, every sexual identity, sexual preference, people came together. But people also tore apart. When I wrote about the war of ideals, I prayed we never come to that day. At this point, we're in it. We're in it. All the thing that's separating it is us to start just mass shooting each other. Just lob missiles at each other. Do I think World War III will be a nuclear one? No. Not unless there is a truly insane person behind a button. do I feel dirty bombs, chemical weapons, thermite bombs. For those who don't know, thermite basically is always burning fire. Yeah, I do believe those will come. I even stated in the book where I felt it'd be coming. I stated it was a combination of the Middle East, of the drug cartels, and shadow games from China. These three are clearly showing at this time. All you have to do is look around, see the world, see that an entire country that is born and bred of one concept and thinking can no longer fly the own fucking flag without being arrested for hate speech. In their own fucking country. That we are silencing people who are not even commenting, not even posting, liking things that go against other people's viewpoints. England is fucking lost. You're gone. Your empire is sunk in the sea. If you don't turn the fuck around in days, your country's gonna be burned to the ground by yourselves. France, you're equally the same. Germany is the same. Every freaking country that refuses to acknowledge their history, their reason for being, is out to destroy themselves. It's literally an Ouroboros. The snake eating its own tail. And I'd have to sit and be like, you people are blind to your own destruction. And then I turn around and look at our own country as a man is executed live before people, all the social medias, and people can celebrate. You can disagree with person, never wish dead upon them. Because that is putting evil in you. That is letting the darkness in you take place. Let's get to another top moment here. So this is more the Google thing. We're gonna come back here. Jimmy Kimmel being brought back on air. All these people wonderfully celebrating this crap. You're like, oh no! Jimmy Kimmel was silenced She deployed. No, they didn't. And what's even funnier is his voice even coming back. Disney not putting kids like him. Mind you, because an idiot with a gun on the left side right in shadow. An affiliate. Idiots in Hollywood that for some reason have more power and voice than the people. Canceled their subscriptions and threatened never to work for Disney. Frankly, as an artist, as a cartoonist, who honored Walt's life, I want Disney to fucking burn to the ground. I really do. They have lost their way decades ago. They used to be for family entertainment. They're not anymore. They aren't. They haven't been for a while. And more people are seeing this as the numbers dwindle. The viewership dwindles. Disney doesn't even put out movies that are original anymore. They just do remake, rehash, all this other stuff, and don't even tell a good story. They're disgraced Walt's legacy. Absolutely. They have disgraced Walt's view. And they haven't just disgraced his. They disgraced Jim Henson. They've disgraced George Lucas. They have disgraced every big creator that they have gotten their hands on. They even fucking disgraced Stan Lee as they put him in the films. I'm of the mindset these days that maybe it'd be a good thing just to have to rebuild from the ashes. It really feels that way. It really does. And the reason I feel that is I constantly see nothing but hate and vitriol. And I try to be a welcoming voice. I try to bring anybody in to speak. Not just on here, but on our dating streams, in my art, in my comments. Just even in social media. And there's far too many people with blinders on to the hate they speak. I said I saw some on the right calling the violence after Charlie died. I'm with all now. And I understand This person was a true friend of Charlie, and that they witnessed darkness that happened. But when I saw Megan Kelly call out that trans people need to be killed, because she did, that was wrong. You can disagree with someone and move on. I know there are a lot of people that disagree with me being trans. My own family is at times. But I always say, being trans, it's not about the world and how they perceive you. It's not you. Yeah, it's selfish. Yeah, it's something a lot of people think, oh, we put you on meds and treat this. It's like, no. The best way is to try and find a way for me to accept me. Because you don't know the self-hatred you get where you look in a fucking mirror and you can't stand the sight of yourself. And a lot of people will be like, well, see, that's why you're mentally unwell. And I just like, look at them and I say, you don't really know it. And people are like, oh, well, it's against God's concept to change what you are. You were put in God's image. And this is something I wrote and I still stand by years ago. When I was writing Path of the Butterflies, which was early writings or early blog that was used for trans teaching. People say, oh, we shouldn't change yourself physically. You should change yourself mentally. Like, you should accept the body God put you in. I literally said, if you have a person who doesn't have a leg, and there's a way to give them a leg, do you deny that? Because that was God's intention, was for them not to have a leg. That's the body they were given. Makeup. Makeup has been something in humanity for centuries. It is worn by practically every woman. And it's altering the body. Nonsense that people spew. Especially Jimmy and his freaking nonsense. And see, you can say, Sinclair, beginning Tuesday night, Sinclair will be premiering or preempting Jimmy Kimmel Live across our ABC affiliate stations and replacing it with news programming, discussing ABC ongoing as we evaluate the show's potential return. It's not going to return, folks. It's not. It's going to be losing audiences, and Disney thinks Grow Rebellion is the loss that brings him back. Wait until you see a lot more. Because you're going to be losing advertisers. You're going to be losing affiliate money. And that is primarily your income. Let's get back to drawing. You guys got it. I've been doing some of this while we were talking. And try and finish me not here. So, Path of the Butterflies. I'm talking about this before. It was a blogger, Ryan. You can probably still find bits and pieces on the web. I think it's dead on embryards.com. I get you required Flash a bit because it was written in Flash. And it was hard to get viewership on a independent website. It really was. But I do regret some of the words I wrote then. But not all the words. And I will never regret telling people what I always tell at the end of the stream. Go out and be the best you that you can be. I started that in Path of the Butterflies. It doesn't have to be just about transitioning. It's about being a better person. Charlie was a better person. He would debate and talk when people vehemently disagreed with him. He would supply facts. Now people would be like, "Oh, I disagree with these facts." You can disagree all you want. I mean, there's this whole mess today about disagreeing with Trump and Kennedy about the Tylenol. Except it's supported by a Harvard review. Now, I have to take Tylenol because I'm asthmatic. I can't have aspirin. When we talk about just the hatred we have for each other, for viewpoints, for tastes. I've seen news articles of people being killed over their opinion of food. It's disgusting. It really is. And the only way to bring an end to this mess is to change yourself. Because you can't change others. You can talk, you can debate, but you can't change. You can bring a horse to water, you can't make it true. It is so true these days. That statement. I regret watching the news these days. I really do. Because one side will be celebrating, the other side will be like, oh, it's the worst thing since, nuclear weapons. Gone are the days of civility. The last person who was assassinating for ideas was Malcolm X. Now, Malcolm X was assassinated by someone who normally agreed with him. And the only reason I use Malcolm X because he came after Martin Luther King, who was also assassinated for what he spoke. What most people don't understand, Martin Luther King was a Republican. He was not a Democrat. It wasn't until he conversed with JFK that he came to agreements with Democratic viewpoints. The more you read in history, the more you can see the corruption of history. Well, back then, wasn't Democrats still close to how they'd been since Reconstruction, aka racist? Racist, yes. I can't fully quote Lyndon B. Johnson when he signed civil rights article into the Constitution, because it involves saying a word I won't say. But Lyndon B. Johnson was one of the most racist presidents we ever had. The only reason that rights went through was because of Republicans. And a lot of people will be like, oh, well, there's a flip of Republicans and Democrats. No, there wasn't. It took 30 years for the South and the North to switch. I mean, they're still racist, just different races. Yeah. When I grew up, I would read the words of Jefferson, of Franklin, of George Washington, of Lincoln. Not just what history books would do, but actually learn from them. Beth Washington and Jefferson were slave owners, yes. Now, a couple things that are lies about, particularly Jefferson. He did not have a child with Sally Hemings. That was a lie. The DNA connection did not connect to Jefferson. It connected to another family member down the line, but not Jefferson. Jefferson fought to have freedom for slaves in the Constitution. He could not get rid of his own slaves, nor could George Washington, because of Virginia law at the time. Washington's right-hand man was an African American. Literally, the man he had his side, that he trusted his life with, was an African American. The first person to die in the Revolution was an African American. We don't teach history right anymore. We teach viewpoints. When I wrote 11 Kingdoms and Path of the Butterflies, this was around 2012, 2013. The second administration of, or term, second term of Obama. I was in talks with a very notable individual to do a comic series called Traitors of the Crown. I can help with that if you turn on Show These Locations for Jedi. Shut up, Siri. Okay. So, Traitors of the Crown was a realistic viewpoint of the events of the creation of this country. It would tell different stories, not just from our founding fathers, but individuals that lived that time. That felt for it. And when I told the same roommate that I talked about earlier, she was not pleased with it. My friend, who I do a podcast with, his wife, argued against me, stating I was making up bullcrap and I'm not know history. When she continuously repeated lies from historical lies, like the flip that she says exists, because she bought into that mess. She calls Lincoln a racist. The man who freed slaves, who died, that opinion. She called him racist. A lot of people talk about reparations for slavery. What people don't talk when they bring up reparations is the amount of lives that were lost because of the Civil War. A third of our population was dead. Think about that. 1/3 of our country at the time died because of war over slavery. People just don't want to read history. And I'm saddened by that. I mean, that's why I said what I said about the world of more of ideals in 11 Kingdoms, because I used history. I used plot events in history to see where the threats were and where they were dealt. And the more we silence each other, if the sad truth. Alright, let's go talk a bit against here. So we end the Sinclair bit here. So let's talk about the same time. Remember, I wrote the book in 2013. A lot of people want to say the Trump administration is censoring people. They ignore the Obama administration arrested and jailed journalists. And this is from CNN's Jake Tabor. "100% true. This happened. But far too many people ignored it. They're like, oh, it's people on the right with crazy conspiracies. Except the conspiracies are true. If you actually did your homework, you would have seen that. Freedom of the Press Foundation was essentially started by this. And they're saying Trump could be even worse. To my knowledge, Trump has never arrested journalists. Trump didn't call for censorship on big socials. We already proved that was the Biden administration. From Google's own words that are coming out today. But far too many people will ignore that. They'll be like, oh, you're making stuff up. That's utter lies. No, it's 100% facts, but you don't want to research to do that fact. I honestly question how people do journalism these days. Because when I grew up in the 80s and the 90s, we had to physically do our research on a subject. Just for school, let alone if I went into journalism. It required going and looking up facts, finding news sources, finding articles, finding, encyclopedias, dictionaries, all this information. And now that we're on social media, too many damn people take the word of liars or bad players. People that actively lie and spread misinformation. And I called out two of those people already, Destiny and Sun. Both of them are terrible disinformation users that they slander. And I don't know how they have not been sued by individuals they have slandered. I really don't know how. Be like, oh, they're public officials. Well, a public official? You can't accuse of a crime that is fictional, with no evidence, which Hassan does all the time. And then you have Destiny, who flat out calls for violence, for death. Hassan does it too. Like I said, there's the infamous calling out, I believe it was a Florida senator, Rick Scott, that Hassan threatened, said, oh, somebody should kill him. And well, that just ignored it. They're like, oh, no, it's only on the right. Only on the right that's violent. They continuously use the AL information for violence. That information takes every violent crime and virtually always associates it to the right. Every action of Antifa that was a crime has been associated with the right, even though the Antifa is continuously against the right. One side is blind to their own hate, and one side calls it out, but then do anything about it. One thing I saw this weekend, and a lot of people saw, they said, oh, it's Trump doing this incorrectly, and that was calling out Pam Bondi. I called out before, fire Pam Bondi. The woman does not do her job and continuously has shown she is not cut for the job. There are many people on the right that I will disagree with. There are many people on the left I disagree with. Never have I ever dealt with celebrating a death or celebrating violence against somebody for their opinion. And I only pray, which, again, far too many people say prayer is meaningless. And those people don't understand the power of prayer. The power of belief. For those who don't know, the very comic I'm drawing is called Demon Blight. My own family don't understand the basis of it. They'll read it by the cover, and most people do the same, and they'll be like, yeah, they don't understand. It's a story about forgiveness. Each character has to find forgiveness in the actions they do, in the actions somebody else did. It's very much a morality story wrapped in a concept from myth and legend across the world. The story of Demon Blade, of a Demon Blade, otherwise known as a Muramasa. It was like this. And once, a great blacksmith had a disciple. And that disciple was set to create the sharpest blade, the one that would cut everything. And the great blacksmith said to his disciple, he said, "Come, let's bring our swords to the river." Both blades were put into the river. The pupil's sword in the river cut every leaf, every twig that passed by in the river that hit the blade. The masters, every leaf, every twig went by the blade, never got cut. And the pupil's like, "See, my blade, it's better than yours because it can cut anything." And the master would be like, "You don't understand. A sword is meant to cut only what it's meant to cut. A blade that cuts everything will doom itself and its user." As very much the story that each Maramasa that is in, because these are physical blades, they actually exist, them folks, was said to drive their wielders mad with bloodlust. The point, either the blade bathed in the blood of the enemy, or bathed in the blood of the user. These blades were considered so evil, they were banned twice in history. First by the Tokugawa, for fear that the very blade was said to curse that family, and that would cut that family down. The first Tokugawa shogunate I'd weld one. He had one, and he welded, and it cut him, and he realized how dangerous it was. So that's why he banned it. Then come World War II. Once the dust was settled, the bombs were dropped. Americans banned and destroyed katanas, including a few Maramasas. There are only a handful left. They are museum pieces. They are weapons of death. And in order to survive a weapon of death, you must be someone better than the blade. That is the reason Demon Blade exists. That is the reason this story exists. I can go over each person's forgiveness path in the story. Kyle, he was abandoned by his mom when he's a baby. Turned over to a man they think could be his dad. Could not be. At the same time, he raised him. But the two didn't see eye to eye. Kyle's forgiveness has to come with accepting family. That there is a family for him. Ruth lost her mother in an accident. Barely survived herself. She has to forgive the concept that misfortune happens. And you have to accept it. You know, the very character right here on the screen. Was not only exiled from her own family, but could never see her own mother again. All because she wanted to help her sister. She needs to find forgiveness for what her family has done to her. Maud, one of the main characters of the series, and her heart literally torn from her chest and used to form a weapon that would curse her own kind to be slaves. The man who did it to her cursed to be with the blade as well. The sword maker cursed to be with the blade as well. She has to find forgiveness in her heart for the evil that was done to her. Tetra, the main character. I almost don't want to say Tetra suffers from PTSD. They are haunted by two people that almost killed them. But it's not the PTSD of who threatened her so much as the PTSD that they feel, that they are no better than the people that hurt them. The darkness. I'll even go to the page because the page already dropped. I'll open it up. This very page. The darkness that's being talked about is the self-hate, the fear that they will be like the very people that hurt them. That is Tetra's fear. And they have to accept that that is not them. But they hate themselves because they've lived 17 years of their life. And a majority of them were by people who absolutely hated them. Who decided to kill them. Forgiveness is one of the hardest things to do. This weekend, we saw one such case. Charlie Kirk's wife standing before a bunch of people and saying, I have to forgive the man who murdered my husband. Because if you don't forgive, you turn that blade on yourself and you let hate get you. You destroy yourself. You are holding a demon blade. It is hard as an artist, as a writer, to write these scenes, to show these scenes, to draw them. I am usually in tears when I have to do these. But to tell the story of each character, we are about to get to Mai's past in the comic. Her past with the very man who ripped her heart out, physically, from her chest. But worse than that, betrayed her heart. This very song that's playing is about just that problem. This is a song about Tetra having to find the light in the darkness that has been put upon their soul. When I was in the hospital and I was drawing the first few pages of this story, where we cover the darkness in their past, a doctor almost institutionalized me because he thought it was me writing about me when I'm telling a story about having to find the light in the darkness, to find forgiveness in oneself. Censorship is always bad. And we talked about the recent left statement of, oh, well, you know, they're censoring books from libraries from all that. The left earlier censored books like To Kill a Mockingbird, Tom Sawyer. Books that influenced the world and complain about other porn schlock being taken out of children's libraries and put where it'd be more appropriate for an audience to read. I do not support censorship, but I agree that there is a huge difference on who truly uses it and who backs it now with violence. We, as people, need to find that forgiveness in lest we wield blades of vengeance that will ultimately destroy us. With that being said, I'm gonna call it here. I do thank both Funny 209 and Kitty Akron both joining you in the chat today. And I thank anybody joining in here, even listening to these words. You can give me a thumbs down. I don't care. But the importance is to listen to other viewpoints and find forgiveness in your soul. And as always, go out there and be the best you that you can be, because you never know when the last actions you did are the actions you're remembered for, like Charlie Kirk. As always, have a wonderful week, wonderful year, and yes, a wonderful night, but I don't even feel it's a wonderful night. Do research and find forgiveness for whatever slight is before you. If that means seeking out religion, then do that. Be willing to come to the table and discuss. And don't bring violence to the world. Good night, everybody.
Lights go down streams and thanks for time we spent. Laughs and smiles all through night. With you, it feels just right. Signing off. Don't forget like, comment, song. Signing off. Ring the bell and show some out. Good vibes, share the fun ride. With you, I'm filled with pride.